Let us see the formula to find the area of a trapezium. Trapezium, you know, it is a quadrilateral with the 4 sides. Quadrilateral, it is having 4 sides. Among these 4 sides, one pair of sides are parallel. Here AB is parallel to CD. This line is parallel to CD. Only one pair of sides are parallel. Now we have to find out the formula of finding area. How to find the area of this trapezium. See, now these two are non-parallel sides. So this is a base here. And this length AB I have taken as A units. Look at this diagram carefully. AB, length of AB, A units. Length of CD, C to D, I have taken B units. B centimeter or B meter, anything you can take. This is A units, this is B units. Lengths of the parallel sides I have taken as A units. Here AB is equal to A centimeter or A units. BC, CD is equal to B units. So these two I have taken here in this diagram. And I have drawn the perpendicular lines. Two perpendicular lines from the vertex A and vertex B. This is perpendicular, making 90 degree here. And the distance between the parallel lines, so I have taken as H units. From here to here H means it is also H because they are parallel line. Distance between them is always the same. So this perpendicular line and this perpendicular line has got the same units, that is AP is equal to BQ and both are equal to H units. AP and BQ both are equal to H units. So and again when you drop the perpendicular, this intersect at P and this one at Q, and we have taken this length DP as X units. From here to here X units, from here to here Y units. Listen once again. So here ABCD is a trapezium in which the parallel sides AB is equal to A units and CD total length is equal to B units. The perpendicular distance I have taken as H units. Once you draw the perpendicular, they intersect at the point P and Q. So now this length DP I have taken as X units and CQ as Y units. So why we have done? We have divided this trapezium into 3 known figures. One is triangle. Here it is a rectangle. This is rectangle. Another triangle. As you know that area of triangle can be calculated using the formula half into base into height. This rectangle, you know, length and breadth. This one, you know, half into base into height. So therefore we have divided this trapezium into 3 parts. Triangle ADP, triangle BQC, another one is ABQP, is a rectangle. So separately we will find out the area of these 3 parts and add them. You will get the area of this trapezium, total area. For that, so you need to find out the area of this triangle. Okay, so that is we are written here. So let the lengths of the parallel sides. Let us take this is A units and B units. Already I told parallel sides. Which are the parallel sides you have taken here? AB and CD are the parallel sides, and the lengths I told A and B, that I have written here. So length is equal to A units. This is A units AB and this is B units. AB is equal to A, CD is equal to B. So CD means this length. This is A, this is CD. Okay. Then draw AB perpendicular to CD and BQ perpendicular to CD. We have drawn this perpendicular line like this. Here also we have drawn the perpendicular line like this. So perpendicular lines intersecting at P and Q. So there AP is perpendicular to CD, BQ is also perpendicular to CD, and that I have taken as H units. So AP is equal to BQ is equal to H units. So we have taken 3 lengths. Look at this. AB is equal to A, CD is equal to B. They are the parallel sides, and the distance between the parallel sides are taken as H units. And these two, DP and CQ, DP from here to here, CQ from here to here. I have taken this as X and this as Y because I want base into height, half into base into height. That formula I have got to apply there. You understood now? What are the units that I have taken? A, B, H, this is X, this is Y. So now let us apply the formula to find the area of this triangle. First, total area of this trapezium. Area of the trapezium is equal to area of ADP. area of ADP. ADP means, look at this one, area of ADP, this one, plus area of ADP, plus area of ABPQ. ABPQ means ABQP, this one. Second one, first one this one, second one ABQP. Then third one, area of BQC. BQC means this one. You understood now? First ADP, second one ABQP, third one BCQ. We are taking the sum of these three. So first one, second one and the third one. So sum of all the three parts is equal to total area of the trapezium. So now ADP, area of ADP, you know that it is half into base into height. Half into base into height. Here look at this, what is base here? DP is base, height is AP. Half into DP into AP. That I have written here. Half into DP into AP. So this is the area of triangle. So next we want to find out the area of this ABPQ. Come to the diagram. ABPQ. What is the formula? Since it is a rectangle, so it is base into, that is length into breadth. PQ into QB. PQ into QB. So that I have written here. PQ into QB. This is PQ into QB or PQ. Both are same. So this area is what? Let us come to the triangle BQC. Triangle BQC. Look at this. This is the triangle BQC. What is the formula to find out the area of this BQC? Half into base into height. Base is QC. QC is the base. Height is BQ. So that we have written here. So QC into BQ. Half into QC into BQ. So you understood these three parts how I got. Now let us substitute the variables that I have taken here. What is DP? Look at this. DP is X. DP is X. AP is H. DP is X. AP is H. So I have written DP is X. AP is H. Okay. So this length is X units. AP is H units. You can see that in diagram. So DP PX. Now this PQ, in place of PQ, what you can write? Can you tell me? What is the length of PQ? So look at this. This length and this length both are equal. I can write here A. Since this is A, I can write this also A. PQ is A and this length is H. BQ, PQ into BQ. PQ into BQ is nothing but A into H. So that I have written here. PQ into BQ is equal to A into H. Is it clear? Is this clear? PQ into BQ is nothing but A into H. Now come to this first triangle. This half base into height. Base QC, height BQ. What is the length QC I have taken? I have taken this as Y. Y into H. Half into Y into H. Half into Y into H. So this I have written here. Half into Y into H. So look at this. First triangle, half into X into H. Parallel to rectangle, A into H. This triangle, half YH. Half XH. This is AH. This is half YH. Now in these three, we have one variable common. What is that variable? Look at this. H is here. H is here. Here also you can see H. If I take H common outside, so what remains here? Half X here. So in this term, half X here A plus half Y will remain. See, I have taken H outside. So outside the bracket I have written. In the first term I will get only half X. In the second term I will get A. In the third term I will get half Y. That I have written inside the bracket. Now split this. So here you add this one. 2 is the LCM. 2 is LCM. You can write X here. This will become 2A and this will become Y. I have taken the LCM and then I have simplified this one. 2 is the LCM. So numerator becomes this X. Then this will become 2A and this will become Y itself. Okay. Is it clear up to here? So next I will write the same thing. I will write this same thing there in the next page. See, look at this. Half into H. How I get half? Half means this 2. This 2 I am writing here. So that's why it becomes half. Here I have not written 2 here in the denominator. That 2 I have taken here. So look at this. This 2 I have written here. 1 by 2 h. Here x plus 2a plus y. X plus 2a plus y. I have rearranged this one. This 2 it was here. I have taken here h in the same place. So it was x plus 2a plus y. I have written 2a plus x plus y. Okay. Now I will split this 2a into a plus a. 2a I have split as a plus a. This is one a, this is another a. The remaining thing I have written as it is. Now look at this place. A plus x plus y. Look at the diagram and tell me what is a plus x plus y. Look at the diagram. A plus x plus y. A. This length is a. This length is x. This length is y. A plus x plus y. It is nothing but the total length. So total length. So I can write here b. This is equal to b. I can write this one as b. A plus x plus y is equal to b. This a I have written as it is. This a as it is, and these three together in the diagram you can see it is b. Another parallel side, one of the parallel sides. Now what you got? 1 by 2 h a plus b. So this is the formula to find out the area of trapezium. What is this h? It is a distance between the parallel sides. What is this a and b? They are the lengths of the parallel sides. A and b are the lengths of the parallel sides. So the formula in another way also you can write area of a trapezium half into height into sum of the lengths of the parallel sides. They are parallel sides. Look at this diagram. Once again you look at the diagram. The formula is half into the perpendicular distance and the sum of the parallel sides, a plus b. Once again, area of trapezium is half into this perpendicular distance h into a plus b. This length and this length. Totally it gives the area of this trapezium. Is it clear to all of you? You understood this?
Yes, sir.
So this is the area of trapezium. Half into h into a plus b. So that you remember the formula. Diagram. Let us see the formula to find out the area of a general quadrilateral. So let us see how to find the area of general quadrilateral. General quadrilateral means it is having only 4 sides without any special properties. A rectangle means that has got a special property. Square has got its own property. Rhombus has got its own property. Parallelogram got its own property. But this is not having any special property. A general diagram. So now PQRS is a quadrilateral. What I have done? I have done some extra work. The pink color line is only the quadrilateral. The extra work that I have done, I have joined this diagonal. QS is the diagonal of this quadrilateral. Okay, and I have drawn perpendicular lines from the opposite vertices. This is the diagonal. From here P to this diagonal one perpendicular. Then from R to this diagonal another perpendicular. Perpendicular means it should make 90 degree with the diagonal. This is the extra work that I have done. Join the diagonal, drop the perpendicular from P to this diagonal and also another perpendicular from R to this diagonal, same diagonal. So what I have done, when you draw the diagonal, this diagonal will divide this into 2 triangles. One is PQS, another one is QRS. This blue color line is dividing the quadrilateral into 2 triangles. So I want to find out the area of this triangle. So I want altitude because half into base into height. This I will take base and this will be height. Now come to this another triangle. So this is a perpendicular line, altitude, and this I will take as a base and this is altitude. To find out the area of this quadrilateral, so I have to divide this quadrilateral into 2 known figures, 2 triangles. So one is this, other one is this, and find out the area of these 2 triangles, add them, you will get the area of the quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, is it clear to all of you? Diagram you understood? Okay. Now to find out the area of PQRS, what I have to do? I have to find out the area of PQS. I have to find out the area of QRS. So that we will write down that before that PQRS is a quadrilateral. I have joined the diagonal SQ and I call it as D units. The length of the diagonal is equal to D units. So you have drawn the perpendicular PM and RN. Two perpendiculars, PM and RN, two perpendiculars are drawn to this diagonal. Diagonal is always represented by the symbol D. Diagonal. So that's why I have taken D units. So these are the perpendiculars. First perpendicular I have taken this as H1. Second perpendicular I have taken as H2. First perpendicular H1. Second perpendicular H2. Now area of this PQS. Area of this PQS, let us see now. So area of the quadrilateral PQRS is the sum of area of triangle PQS and RQS. PQS and RQS. Look at this diagram. PQS and RQS. So that I have written PQS and RQS. So again you come to this one. PQS. What is the formula to find out the area of the triangle PQS? Half into base into height. See the diagram. Base into height. Half into base into height. Base QS, height PM. Base QS, height PM. Half into base into height. Again you come back to the diagram. Another triangle, this triangle. So this triangle, this is the base, this is altitude. Formula half into QS into RN. Half into QS into RN. So this is the formula I applied. Half into base into height, half into base into height. Come back to the diagram once again and look at this one. This base I have taken as, what is the length of the base I have taken? It is D units. D. So wherever Q is there, you can write D. And PM H1, RN H2. Remember that one? QSD, PM H1. So that I have written here. Look at this. QS diagonal. QS diagonal D. So here also we have QS. Here also you have QS. So both the places I have written diagonal D. And the PM is the first perpendicular H1. RN is the second perpendicular H2. So I got half into D into H1, half into D into H2. In both the places I have D, isn't it? This is one term, this is another term. So you can take common, even half also I can take common. So half D I can take common. Half D I have taken common. What remains inside the bracket? H1 here, H2 there. H1 plus H2. This is the formula to find out the area of a general quadrilateral. Half into D into H1 plus H2. Look at this diagram. To find out the area of this quadrilateral, half into this diagonal length into H1 plus H2. Perpendiculars. Sum of the lengths of the perpendiculars drawn from the opposite vertices. This is diagonal means opposite vertices are P and R. From this opposite vertices we have drawn two perpendiculars H1 and H2. Formula is half into this diagonal into H1 plus H2. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So this is the formula, you remember this one. Important formula to find the area of quadrilateral. So let's go to another important diagram, that is area of rhombus. What is rhombus? You know that what is rhombus? It's a quadrilateral with what is the special property of the quadrilateral? This quadrilateral. What are the properties of this quadrilateral rhombus? All the four sides are equal. All the four sides are equal. So diagonals bisect each other are perpendicularly. The angle between the diagonals is 90 degree. Perpendicular, diagonals are perpendicular. So this is a rhombus with all four sides are equal. Okay, and diagonals are perpendicular to each other, and this is a parallelogram also. Opposite sides are parallel here. Okay, now I want to find out this area of this rhombus. What I will do, I will divide this into two triangles. One is this one, ABD. Another one is, the second one is BCD. So this is another triangle. Again BDC. So I have to divide this into two triangles. The topmost triangle and this bottom triangle. we have divided this BD, dividing this into two triangles now. How to find the area? This O is the midpoint of this diagonal BD. So O will be here. So this will be a 90-degree angle. This is 90 degree. So here also O will be here. This is O and this is 90 degree. To find out the area of this rhombus, you can add the area of ABD, area of BCD. Area of ABD plus area of BCD. So how to find the area of this ABD? Half into base into height. Again for this one, half into base into height. Okay. So now what I will do, I will take ABCD as a rhombus, AC and BD are diagonals, intersect at O. So BD I have taken as D1, AC as D2. See, this is D1. This length as D1, BD D1. BD is equal to D1 and AC is equal to D2. You have to remember this one. Diagonal 1, diagonal 2. D1, D2. Okay. And you remember that AO will be equal to OC. That also you remember. And BO is equal to OD. Diagonals bisect each other. So therefore, area of ABCD, area of rhombus ABCD is area of ABD plus area of BCD. Area of ABD plus area of BCD. Sum of these two. So now what is area of ABD? Half into base BD into height AO. BD into AO. Half into BD into AO. Then second diagram. Area of BCD. BCD. I will take base this itself. Half into BD into OC. Half into BD into OC or CO. Okay. Now you can substitute the values here. What is BD, what is AO? Now tell me what is the length of BD I have taken? What is the length of BD I have taken? This is D1. Okay, this is D1. Can you tell me this length will be equal to what will be the length of this AO? Okay, later we can do that one. Let us substitute the values here. Now, in both the cases, BD is common, isn't it? BD is present in both the triangles. Isn't it? And another thing is there. AO is 1 by 2 is also common. In this group, half is common. Again, BD is also common in both the groups. I can take common from that. So I will take half BD outside. Half BD outside I will take. So half BD. What will remain inside now? What will remain inside here? First one AO plus CO. So that I have written AO plus CO. So half into BD I have written as it is. Look at this AO plus CO. We can write it as AC. Why? AO plus CO. Look at this. AO plus CO. AO plus CO is nothing but what? It is AC. AC. So I can write in place of AOCO, I can write AC. As you know, what is this BD? BD is the first diagonal. What is AC? Second diagonal. So this is the formula to find the area of rhombus. Area of rhombus is equal to half into diagonal 1 and diagonal 2. You have to multiply both the lengths of the diagonals. You multiply the diagonals and divide by 2. Diagonal 1 into diagonal 2 divided by 2, that gives you the area of the rhombus. Find the area of polygon. So this is having 5 sides means it is pentagon. Having 6 sides means hexagon. 7 sides means octagon. So now here is a diagram. Look at this, how many sides it is having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the name of this polygon? Hexagon. It is not a regular hexagon. Irregular. It is not having the equal sides or equal angles. But it is an hexagon. Okay. Now, I want to find the area of this hexagon. Look at this. What I can do, this area of this hexagon, I have to divide this hexagon into simple parts. So that should form a diagram of which is a non-figure. You should be able to apply the formula. Divide this into different parts of known figures. Look at this. I have joined this diagonal AD. First I joined the diagonal AD and the perpendicular H1. This is H2. This is H3. This is H4. Now this is a triangle. This is another triangle. Can you tell me what is this shape? What is this shape? Quadrilateral. Okay, in quadrilateral it has got one special property. Remember that. In quadrilateral, it is having one special property. These two sides, look at this, whether these two are parallel or not. Trapezium. Because it is a trapezium because these two are perpendicular to the same line. These two are perpendicular to the same line means these two must be parallel. So therefore this is a trapezium. Trapezium. Okay, trapezium. So this is a triangle, this is a trapezium, this is a triangle, again another triangle, right angle triangle, and here look at this, this is another trapezium, and this is one more triangle. So we got, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. We have divided this into 6 parts. So to find out the area of these 6 parts, I should know this. The length, I should know AP, I should know PF, so that half into base into height. Then this length AQ into BQ. Then to this one, what is the formula to find the area of the trapezium? Just now we proved that one. What is the formula to find the area of trapezium? Half into H into A plus B. Half into H into A plus B. This is the formula to find the area of trapezium. Area of triangle, half into base into height. So this is the formula of triangle. So for this triangle, this one, 4 triangles are there. Apply this formula. And there are 2 trapezium. Apply this formula. Half into H into A plus B. Suppose these two are parallel means this must be A, this one will be B. And this distance will become H. And in this trapezium, these two are parallel, and then this distance will become the height, and this will become A and this will become B. See, for your reference, I have taken some units. So look at this diagram. I have taken some lengths. Let A, B, C, D, E, F be a polygon. That is a polygon with 6 sides. Draw the diagonal AD. So we have joined the diagonal AD. Look at this, whatever that I have done. We have divided that into 2 parts by joining AD, upper part and lower part. So 2 parts. Then perpendiculars, draw the perpendiculars FP, BQ, CR and ES to AD, to the diagonal. FP, BQ, CR and ES to this AD. We have drawn 4 perpendiculars. One is this, second one, third one, fourth one. Now you can apply the formula. Area of ABCDEF, this is a polygon. ABCDEF is a polygon. Is equal to sum of the areas of this. One is triangle, second triangle, third one is trapezium, another one is trapezium, triangle, and then triangle. So I tell you, triangle 1, 2, trapezium, trapezium, triangle, triangle. So this I have written there. Triangle APF, ABQ, second one, FPSC, then QBCR, this one, then RCD is fifth one, and this sixth one. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now you need to apply the formula APF triangle. So triangle APF how to find? Half into base into height. AP into PF. Okay. So AP into PF. Let us apply the formula here. Look at this. And here I have taken some units. This is the measurements that I have taken here. So in the diagram, AP is equal to 3. AP is equal to 3. Look at this diagram. AP is equal to 3. From here to here it is 3. Okay. Then AP is equal to 3 means